Hello and welcome, dear listeners, to an all-new season of the award-winning podcast, The Dubai Dialogue.
So the first time I traveled to Dubai was after winning Miss India.
How about food?
The meats, the salads, the fruit, I can see, you're already salivating.
Can we take a lunch break?
Yeah. I'm getting hungry, I'm getting excited. I want to travel, I want to get a massage,
Yeah.
I want to go shop.
Yeah.
Come on, somebody take me to Dubai already.
So today on the Dubai Dialogue, we have one of the most iconic, celebrity from the entertainment industry. Why I say that is because I will actually have to look at the cue card to tell you all that she's done, because nobody can remember all that she's done. So, well, she's been a model, a theatre and a film actor, a producer, Miss India winner, and a lot more. And what I'm doing here, she does it brilliantly every day. She's also a frequent flyer to Dubai. Sometimes for work, sometimes for pleasure. And I am very, very happy to actually invite Neha Dhupia on the Dubai Dialogue. Hi Neha, how are you?
Hi, I'm good, thank you. And after this introduction, I feel fantastic.
As you should. And so before we talk about Dubai and we dive that into it, let's just take a quick recap of your life, your career.
So, so my journey actually, started quite a while ago, actually. So being from Delhi, and then I was kind of immersed in culture and, performing arts. And, around that time I started modeling. And my first modeling assignment actually was in December 1998.
1998?
Yeah, I mean, before the turn of the century, yeah.
Wow.
And then I went on to winning Miss India, and then gradual progression, especially at that time, was to join the movies.
Yeah.
And, I remember making different choices later on in my career. Yeah, in the whole process, I'd like to call myself an actor, a producer, an ex-Miss India, a philanthropist, and now a very proud mother of two.
A host and anchor you forgot.
Host anchor.
Yeah, see, so she does so many things that she forgets. All right, so I know Neha is a fan of Dubai just like me. But Neha, you mentioned that being mom is one of the big roles. How easy or how different it is to travel with them?
Most definitely, the perspective changes entirely before and after you have kids, because once you have kids, you plan everything, and Dubai is a great experience either ways. So earlier, when I used to be single, I would just kind of go with the flow, getting the rest, getting in a little bit of a workout, and then, hitting all the spots and the lounges, the beaches, the rooftops, just mindlessly shop and everything, pretty much impromptu. And then once you have kids, it's an entirely different ball game that I must admit I love now. Maybe because I've already been there, done that.
Yeah.
And then now I'm going into this. So, the idea changes entirely. You got to plan your holidays to the T. You got to, pack in the activities. You got to understand that there's importance of downtime, and then, very conscious choices of food. So manage everything. And to be very honest,
That's a lot of work.
Yeah, it is. And I feel like as parents, it kind of needs to be balanced out, and Angad gets it, and he knows his strengths in planning, and I know my strengths, and his strength is going with the flow, my strength is planning. So basically his strength.
So his strength is not planning.
Is pretty much not planning.
Not planning.
Yeah, so then, and this kind of made me fall in love with Dubai even more, because it has such a great mix, because I'm always I looked at planning options, and there's so much to do for children. So whether you're all by yourself, or whether you go with family, or whether you go with kids, there's always something to do. I feel as parents, the one thing that you really, really want for your children is safety, and Dubai is really safe.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, nobody can question that. I think you're this person who keeps doing a lot of things in one single day. Well, so what are the things that you and your family enjoy doing in Dubai?
All right, so I have to pace this answer out and tell you that my kids absolutely love the range of adventure parks. You name it. They have it from theme parks to dancing water fountains to skyscraper views. Visiting Dubai with kids is an adventure in itself, and I cannot underline that more. Now, if I had to think and break it down and tell you, there's this park called the Motion Gate Dubai, from the Kung Fu Panda dancing with kids to like, you know, a full theatrical performance with the cast of Madagascar to like Shrek and Smurf characters, and you know, kids have a really amazing time. It's like, you know, a complete Hollywood inspired theme park.
Are your kids more excited about all of this or you?
No, clearly me.
Clearly you.
Me and the kids, of course. Most important, there's Ski Dubai.
I love that place.
So there you go, you know, Ski Dubai always gets a reaction. Now
Yeah.
think about it, if you're in India and you have to go all the way to actually kind of, you know, see snow, and literally the first time my children have seen snow has been or experienced that level
Ski
of
Dubai?
snow is Ski Dubai.
Me too. I have never gone to the hills and seen snow. So my first experience of snow was Ski Dubai.
And then you also get to know how good or bad you are. There are trainers at different levels. You can ski at different levels. And, you know, there's so many locals who are actually lining up. So you can get your gear on the outside, go inside, and they make it like an evening plan. And as a traveler, the one thing that I've learned, if you go to a restaurant or an entertainment place or a place that has like, you know, multiple things to do, and if you see locals there, you're at the right place. And how they've created it, it baffles me how amazing it is. For all the moms who need a recommendation from me, now they don't even need to call me. They just should tune into the Dubai dialogue and they have everything going for them.
But Neha, you know, when you were talking about all these things, like you were being as excited as a kid. I think, you know, that's what Dubai does to you. You know, you feel like you're in a candy land and you have so much to choose from. But jokes aside, I really want to know that how do you manage your fitness routine in all of this?
You should never come back from a holiday feeling unfit. Like, I don't enjoy that feeling at all. I know it's a very common phenomena. Hey, we went on a holiday and you know,
put on some extra.
Put on a few kilos. Now, you know, the process kind of sets you back. We don't like that, and especially when you're married to Angad, you know, there's no way you can't hit the gym. So it's great. I've also been on this fitness kind of spree. So what we do is we wake up a little earlier, we hit the gym in the hotel. All, you know, 4 and 5 stars in Dubai have fantastic gyms. What I also like to do is enroll in multiple kind of, you know, workout sessions outside of just being in the gym. So whether it's a HIIT workout or whether it's a Zumba class or spin cycling or, you know, any of that, you can just go around yoga classes at a recommendation or a sky pool. You know, it's huge. It's like 360-degree kind of infinity pool at the Palm Jumeirah. It's fantastic. There are like, you know, hotels that cater to everything. So whether it's a kiddie pool or an infinity pool or just want to do laps, so you have a straight pool. It's amazing how they think so much ahead and for each and every one sitting there. So it's fantastic. We're also very outdoorsy people. Living around DIFC would be very nice because you have a lot of hotels, pools, gyms, classes you can enroll to. You can go for a jog at Zabil Park. It's massive. And you know, the tracks, you just keep running around. In India, sometimes I go for a run and I see myself going round and round the same spot. Here you don't have to because the stretch is so much. Or Safa Park, you know, there's plenty of room where you can play different sports, hang with the entire family. There's also cycling. I mean, we love cycling. We cycle here as well. So the Al Qudra cycle route is, I mean, I have it at the back of my, you know.
Yeah, like she remembers everything.
Yeah, or just like, you know, Al Qudra cycling route, in fact, is one of the best ways to explore Dubai's desert. And I highly recommend that. And you'll spot like, you know, a couple of rare animals. And you can make an interesting day out of it. And you can cycle up to 53 miles.
Wow.
Which makes it, you know, like that whole 53 miles is vehicle free, for safer riding, because you don't have to have this at the back of your head, like what if there's a car and what if, you know, what are your safety measures? So everything is looked into. So you can rent bikes from like trek bikes, because obviously you're not going to travel to Dubai with a bike.
I think Dubai also has a brain of Neha Dhupia who plans everything. Yeah, all right. But Neha, the most important thing about fitness is food. So while you're doing all these activities and, you know, you're busy all day, how about food? What do you do about that?
So, you know, I'm not going to lie. I'm a very picky and conscious eater. I'm picky only because I'm conscious. It's got nothing to do with taste, but I know that, you know, not everything I eat is good for me. So I make the right choices when it
No
comes
burgers,
to
no
food.
pizzas?
So yeah, no, I love like light food, fruits, fresh juices. And I have some recommendations because the
Please.
first thing that people say, oh, we're going here, give us a food recommendation. So Mado in Jumeirah, where I absolutely love and enjoy like the Zatar, Marrakesh, and the platter. It's divine. So I like to pick my food, but this platter is massive. The way the food is spread, and like you have a million dishes to choose from. And Turkish food, you should always indulge in Turkish food because you don't get too many options here in India. So that's a huge recommendation because vegan, vegetarian options are there in plenty. So definitely, keep that in mind if you're looking at that. I prefer vegetarian food, although I kind of am okay with all kinds of food, but I definitely prefer vegetarian food. The meats, the salads, the fruit, I can see, like,
I'm just like,
you're already salivating.
can we take a lunch
Yeah.
break?
The lunch, post-lunch maybe, but chocolate baklava. It's like
Oh.
it melts in your mouth. So if you have a sweet tooth. I
I
don't
do, I
really
do.
have a sweet tooth, but I do indulge in things that are worth the investment. This
Yeah, which is
definitely
baklava.
Yeah, chocolate baklava was really good.
Wow, amazing recommendations there. And I think, she almost...
Oh,
yeah,
and
there's
another
more.
clean eating option is Mimi Kakushi.
Mimi Kakushi.
Yeah, Mimi Kakushi, just remember that. It's at the Four Seasons and Jumeirah. Firstly, it's really pretty. It's got like this old world charm and the food is just absolutely outstanding. Pan-Asian. I love Japanese food. So yeah, I love the sushi. It's the cleanest ever. And I must specify this looking into the camera. Try the Kagoshima Vayu Maki rolls or the goldfish sushi and the yakitori. Come on, somebody take me to Dubai already.
I won't be able to say those
It's
names.
next level.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, and I don't know. You're a single
Yeah.
man, and if you're looking for a fancy date, even if you're not single,
Yeah,
why
I mean-
not go on a fancy date? Check out Akira Back at W Dubai, and it's got this Michelin-starred chef. It's Korean, Japanese. It's got this surprise out there. Lots of Japanese dishes, and you can personalize it. And of course, the raw tuna pizza. I need to go now.
I think the way she's expressing is making me more hungry. But such amazing recommendations, Neha. How many times have you been to Dubai?
Honestly, I was hoping you never asked me that question because I have lost count. So I went there for a few kind of professional engagements. I've been there for IFA, I've been there for SEMA, the South Indian International Movie Awards. And of course, my own personal engagements, like I mentioned, and I also have friends there. And I do frequent Dubai a lot. And the stopover between the long haul flights is fantastic. When you need that little stopover, my preferred stop is always and always will be Dubai because it always has so many and multiple interesting things to do.
Shopping.
You see people like, everybody looks like they're straight out of a magazine cover.
Yeah, that's true.
It's great how well people are turned out. So there's a lovely contrast. And then, also, I remember going and walking the ramp, and it was just such a great experience to walk in a city that understands fashion so well. And all these opportunities of kind of doing live events and, people taking part and so professional and so proficiently managing. So whether they're like, people who are looking into backstage or the minor details or event organizers or makeup artists, or everybody kind of like, the professionalism, the amenities, all of it coming together, and most importantly, the audience.
Yeah.
You have so much love from them. And I know that people fly from different parts of the world to see concerts there, and I would totally recommend it. So if you're really looking at like your own favorite kind of artist that you want to watch, Dubai would be a great recommendation because a lot of international tours happen because there's so much decorum even in the audience.
Dubai loves Bollywood, so I'm sure that you get that extra love there because you're such a big celebrity. What kind of experiences you've had there because of that?
Like you said, people
Love.
kind of love Dubai.
Yeah.
But my experience, I still remember once I went for IFA, and while I was attending IFA, I'd taken, how you walk the red carpet with those mini bags, the only thing that fits is barely a puff and a phone.
Yeah.
So I was like, I wouldn't need anything else tonight. I walked in, I get a call, and someone very dear to me was in the hospital in Dubai. And I was like, I excused myself from this big show. And I remember hailing a cab because there was no time, so I had to rush to the hospital, of course, in that gown, and which is a very strange appearance when you're entering ER. But the one thing that I remember I was totally stumped by was the fact that I realized I didn't have any money for paying the cab guy, paying the cab driver. But he was so nice because he understood my situation, he recognized me, and I was just like, hey, this is my number, and please come back and, take the money from me. But sure enough, he was just helpful. He's like, no, if you're in trouble, I'm just going to help you. And it's so great to see a mix of like, Indians and Pakistanis and Bangladeshis and even local Emiratis who speak Hindi, make you feel at ease. And, this is such a great kind of moment that I lived in Dubai where I felt like, hey, come here, let's huddle up, you'll feel safe, and it's great. Also, there was a time, I don't know if it still happens, but when we were doing the movies, a lot of it was they would have the release on Thursday. So the real litmus test would be ki Dubai ki audience ko acha laga, Dubai mein audience ko acha laga, did they like it, will they like it, did they show up to the cinemas? That was a huge kind of litmus test, and there were so many times I was like, I was a part of some film which didn't even really do well at the box office, but they're like, we've seen this. I'm like, this is so nice, which means they see everything and they love us. It's great. And sometimes your most favorite and most loved stars, because they're locals in India and in Mumbai, they don't really do like stage shows here. Unless they're award shows. That's how this works. And award shows they're not open, they're not ticketed. So if there's someone you really love and is performing, I totally recommend that take a flight, go to Dubai, spend the weekend, buy the ticket, and you won't be disappointed.
I can second that. I've hosted so many concerts in Dubai, and it's just a different experience. So Neha, between your fitness routines, work commitments, meetings, day out with kids, and so many things happening in one day, do you get any alone time?
It's difficult, but I do manage to squeeze in a few hours and kind of plan my day and try and do some of the things that I like to do. I think I know where this question is going.
Yes, and what are those things?
So workout is for the body, and then you have sometimes where you can spend the day at the mall, and then I look at my watch and then I'm just like, okay, I've been pretty mindful because I've spent like 20,000 steps have already happened. I know that the husband is watching the kids, and sometimes, shopping for a woman can be about making multiple life choices. So and I'm like kind of, I'm very budget as a person. And to everyone's surprise, I must tell you that Dubai has that to offer. It's not like it's a place where, you're like, you need to be fearful of anything or, hey, entering a mall. It's for everyone. And then, Angad can sip his coffee, the kids can be in the play area, I can be in the mall, choosing wisely for my children, for my husband, and for myself in that order. I am that person who does that. And of course, when you're talking about time off alone, multiple things, then of course, being to the mall can get very tiring. So a little pampering session is good. You have top of the line, you have some of the most world-class spas, the wellness, the best of the best wellness therapy options. A few places that I can recommend is the spa at Palace Downtown, right from the way it's made to how pleasing it is to the therapist, and how all of it feels absolutely amazing. They even have like the signature sleep ritual. So if you think that you need to relax your body and mind, but I would imagine that most spas would be taking you there. And it's also great when you have like really active and hyper kids and you have a lot to look into. But if you really, really want to indulge, then I would like to recommend Awaken Wellness at the Palm. It's quite a luxury, I must tell you well in advance, but I'm grateful and I'm fortunate enough to have experienced that. But it's fantastic. Yeah, it's fantastic. I mean, world-class massages, Arabian hammam, the facials, the nature-themed kind of rituals. top of the line. I'm getting hungry. I'm getting excited. I want to travel. I want to get a massage.
Yeah.
I want to go shop. From here to when I go home in the car, booking my tickets.
Not just for you, I think you've done that for me as well, because like I was half planning my trip to Dubai, and so we've learned one thing today, that whether it's entertainment to fitness to kids to adventures to shopping to relaxation, everything. We packed in one episode, and we also learned that Neha is a wonderful planner, and she can plan everything in a way that you can enjoy a lot. Neha, thank you so much for giving us such good recommendations, for showing us such beautiful things about Dubai that we didn't notice till now.
Oh wow, and thank you so much for helping me relive my memories of Dubai, to then encouraging me to book my tickets.
Yeah, you're planning now.
Go again right now.
Yeah.
Right now.
Well, Neha has convinced me to go to Dubai and buy my tickets, but I promise you, I will be back with yet another episode of the season 2 of the Dubai Dialogue.